Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the flow. I am as Mari. If you are family, welcome back, Queen. Welcome back, King. You know the vibes. If you are new here, Karibu Sana. This is a space where we sow together, we grow together, and we move together with the sole intention of becoming the best and being the best versions of ourselves. So this Soulversation is timeless. Whenever you catch it is simply whenever you are meant to see it. This is also for the collective of Capricorn. As I mentioned earlier, that means if you have Capricorn as your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, or if you have a Capricorn stellium as well, or Capricorn as your north node, this may apply to you as well. If it doesn't, please do not try and make it fit. There are so many other zodiac sign readings available on the channel that you can check out for your other placements, just in case this doesn't quite fit your current situation. Alrighty, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on with you. I feel this situation where like I keep hearing like happy without you, happy without you. So it's like you're definitely happy without somebody. All this time I've wasted. That's what I'm hearing, the words, all this time I've wasted. That's interesting. Do you feel like you've wasted time on somebody or something? Let's see what your soul would like you to be aware of, or whatever your soul drew you here to listen to. So starting off, we have the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles. This is my version of High Priestess and Nine of Pentacles for those of you who are new. So what I'm feeling with this background energy is that like your intuition, with those first words that came out, that you're happy without someone, I feel like your intuition was guiding you to be alone for a period of time, and you're really just enjoying that alone time, so to speak, right? Because there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. I feel like this is a choice, and it was a perfect choice. It's exactly what your soul needed. It's exactly what you needed as well, in order to just come into yourself and rediscover yourself and learn from the previous situation that you were in. That's what I feel like is the main lesson, and what needed to come out and what needed to be said in this situation. Whether that's a work situation, because Nine of Pentacles indicates stability, so that could be with regards to anything in your life. So anything that you regard being with stability, it could even be with regards to having to go out on your own and be independent, aside from stopping to depend on your family or your parents for whatever you may have been used to depending on them on. So it could be in any situation, Capricorn. Here we have the World and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is your energy. Also, speaking of energies on the board, any situation that may come up, in case you're wondering, there may be situations which you're dealing with a Pisces energy, Gemini energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius. Yeah, those are the main energies that have come out, but it doesn't have to be, or these could be like key placements in your chart. So take that how it resonates. But here we are with the World and the Queen of Pentacles. What I'm getting with this energy is that the alone time was really, really needed in order for you to climb up a tenet of your pyramid towards self-actualization, towards self-fulfillment, towards becoming the best version of yourself. As we're saying, being the best version of yourself, what was needed was for you to be alone. And I feel like that's something that our society doesn't really encourage so much, especially like with women. I mean, even with men, it applies to every single person. I'm sure you're very familiar with this whole spiel of people going like, if you go to like a family reunion or wherever it is, even just among friends, right? And you're just having a normal conversation and people are like, when are you gonna get into a relationship? When are you gonna get married? Why are you single? Like being single or being alone is really looked down upon in society, especially in African society. I don't know why, because being alone is the best space for you to then now attract your proper, mate, your proper soul tribe, your proper career, everything, that you need to. And that's the energy that I'm getting with this. Yeah, for a lot of you also, you may have been like solo traveling and it's been really good for you, with regards to teaching you about the world, giving you a worldview, especially because, let me put these back up. So when the Queen of Pentacles comes out for me, that's like lady boss energy, female CEO energy, but it doesn't have to be. All of us have feminine and masculine energies within us, but like it's being able to tap into that feminine aspect of what it takes to be your own boss, right? But that happens, or that has happened through your travels or through your experiences if you haven't been traveling. So your experiences have been really, really, really important towards not only your soul growth, but towards your mission in life as well. That's what I feel. It's also indicating to me like a whole new cycle. I feel like you're recovering from a period where you were just carrying a lot of burdens. Capricorn, you guys are the hardest working sign, in the zodiac wheel, right? And I feel like sometimes this is something that I told Taurus that, they may be taken advantage of, because Taurus, in their reading, we talked about how they were exuding the energy of the martyr energy, right? Of self-sacrificing energy, of people-pleasing type of energy. And I feel like you're really carrying a burden because of, people just being like my mouth doesn't, like my throat doesn't even want to like verbalize a word. It's that like you feel like it's not even worth speaking about, like the burdens that you've had to carry, because you've carried them for so long. You feel like if you continue speaking about it, it's like self-perpetuating energy. That's what I feel like with these two energies as well. But I feel like you're also doing whatever it takes to set down all the burdens that you have in your life, because you are just fed up. Like I'm just getting this energy that like you're tired of this. Like, there's some things that you're willing to carry, because like Capricorn, you're super resilient, just like Taurus, you're an earth sign energy. But like the backstabbing that you've had to go through and grow through, the amount of just unnecessary things that you've had to pass through, I feel like, especially with regards to certain people in your life. And that's why I'm feeling like that first message came out in the beginning, where you were saying happy without you, because you've had to just like master and muster all the strength within you to get yourself away from those energies. And I feel like you have been using that alone time to really just process and be like, okay, as within, so without. That means that if this has been perpetuating itself for a long time, I must have been allowing it to some extent. So this is now you, or your soul, prompting you to look at the ways in which you have been self-sabotaging, or the ways in which you have been allowing people to just cross the lines in the sand, that you have drawn, not only for yourself but for other people, and how they deal with you, like teaching people how to deal with you, basically, is what I'm getting. Now, what happens once that is done, or if you've already reached that point in your life, your soul is just letting you know that you are capable of not only achieving but continuously perpetuating a wheel of fortune where you experience extreme happiness, extreme joy. This is Leo energy with the sun, and we have the wheel of fortune here. I remember some time back in one of my readings, I mentioned how, the sun in Spanish is like soul. And so I feel like this is like you rejuvenating, the universe rejuvenating your soul, right? Lighting back up that solar plexus energy where you are gaining back your confidence, you are gaining back your willpower, especially from those people that just like continuously tried to burden you because they saw that you were in your happiness, that you were doing whatever it takes to get to where you need to be. Because Capricorn, like, you're just that sign. You are the sign that, like, if you go to a job interview and where it says like needs to have drive and ambition, that is Capricorn. And I feel like you are able to get there by your sheer tenacity and being able to just have this strength to hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil, but to be very clear and very blunt about what it is that you're not going to tolerate, what it is that you don't want in your life anymore. I feel like you're also cutting out all of the people, places, and things that are indecisive about you. You're cutting out all the things that you may feel indecisive about. Like, I feel like you're just coming to a space where you're being more decisive with like how you move in life, and how you appear in life as well. Being blunt with your words, being very intentional as well with like how you speak, because you are coming to this awareness that words are very powerful. The word spell comes from the word spelling, and so you're learning that the words that you speak on not only your life but with your conversations with other people are very powerful. And so you see this energy that I was talking about earlier, you probably should check out the Taurus reading. It feels really related, but this is walking away in order to heal, but because of the order in which it came out of, the Star and then the Eight of Cups, I feel like you have healed because you chose to walk away. Had you stayed wherever you were a minute longer, you wouldn't have been able to make it out of whatever it was that you were dealing with. And that's really commendable, because it's never an easy choice to walk away from anything, especially if it's something that has been in our lives for a significant amount of time. I feel like this is a choice that you ended up making because you wanted the best for your inner child. You wanted to be that mothering energy, that nurturing female, that feminine powerful energy of just having unconditional love for yourself, being able to have the strength, to pull the strength and the emotional strength at that is necessary to do what's best for you and your child, which is your inner child. For some of you might have a child, and so you may have had to walk away from a situation in order to do the best for your child. But for most of us, this speaks about the inner child, like being able to make a healthy decision in order to parent or reparent your inner child in the way that you feel that you lacked love, right? Because the Queen of Cups for me signifies emotional intelligence and being able to make the right decisions for yourself that you feel that you lacked, from wherever you came from, or whatever space or whatever situation that you are dealing with. And I feel like this energy as well is like, I feel like, especially because we're in Mercury retrograde, a lot of people may be, just evaluating based off of your actions. You have triggered so many people into thinking about their actions, whether they want to admit it or not. And some of them who, are humble enough and willing enough to be accountable for whatever roles they played in your life to cause you any type of pain or hardship, are going to be making that step forward to make an apology and make amends, but it's always up to you with regards to how you want to move forward with those types of situations, right? So at this time, you're just being very guarded with yourself, and rightly so, right? I don't feel like this is a guarded energy where you have like walls up, which are impenetrable. I just feel that because you've carried the burden of and the responsibility of making yourself happy, because in Kiswahili we have a saying that says raha jipe, like you can't expect other people to make you happy, you have to make yourself happy. And I think I've said this multiple times on this channel, in any type of relationship you can't you can't expect other people to give you what you don't have yourself. And so because you've taken the task of doing the work to learn how to make yourself happy, how to find joy within you, how to heal yourself, you are having these boundaries because you are healed, right? And so it's kind of a situation where people have to prove their worth in order to gain access into your life. People have to, and not prove their worth like people are worthless. I mean, they need to prove that they are giving you the same amount of love and respect that you give yourself in order for you to let such people into your energetic space, and even consider them as part of your close cycle, because you're the type of person who, especially the energy that I'm picking up here, is not afraid to walk away from anything that is manipulative, anything that is just deceptive energy. That's what I like keep hearing. I keep hearing the word Decepticon, so some of you might really like Transformers the movie. It may be like, that's just an added message for you. I don't even know where that came from. But I feel like because of that whole situation, you have not only mastered the feminine side of your energy, of becoming this boss-like, person, because here we are with the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, right? So because you've mastered the feminine aspect of it, then the masculine aspect of within you, of being able to master how to give yourself stability, how to create things from scratch that were not there. So for some of you, what's coming out is big self-employment energy. Those of you who have transitioned, had the strength to transition out of work situations that were no good for you at all, being able to just go for the things that you've always dreamt of going for. And I mean, this applies as well to relationships. So for a lot of you, you may have had to walk away in order to heal the feminine aspects of yourself, in order to, really come into your oneness. And once you come into your oneness, we know what that means. That means unity on all platforms. And so I feel like, because you have been able to heal yourself from that space, and that being able to transition into a new way of thinking and into a new way of being, then you are manifesting somebody who is thinking exactly like you, somebody who is willing to be as honest as you are, somebody who has done as much work on themselves as you have, somebody who is willing to show up in a loving way, in the same way that you love yourself. And so I think this is really amazing energy, Capricorn. I feel like it's like a continuation of the story from Taurus, if anything. And so this is really beautiful energy coming out here for your Soulversation. Thank you so much for joining me here and spending time with me. You can check out all of our love offerings in the description box down below. Until next time, Capricorn, namaste.